Today's brand is Great Jones. They sell colorful enameled cast iron cookware direct to consumer. Hero products include the Big Deal Dutch Oven and the Saucy Saucier. Pricing runs between $45 and $190 for bundles. And the thing that makes them the only one doing what they do? Sierra Tishkart and Maddie Moyles founded this brand in Brooklyn in 2017 because nobody should have to pay $400 a pot just for a color that makes them smile. Every piece is enameled cast iron made to the same specs as the French heritage brands for half the price. Every pot has a name: Big Deal, Small Fry, Stud Muffin. Every color is one she would actually set on her stove. Estimated $10 to $20 million in annual revenue. Featured in Vogue, Bon Appetit and the New York Times. I'm about to build one from the blank stovetop up, live on screen, using Perplexity for research, ChatGPT for copy, Claude for code and Klaviyo to deploy it. 4 AI tools, 1 email, and by the time we are done, you'll have every single step you need to do the exact same thing. Link in the description. Think of it like packing for a road trip. Perplexity loads the trunk, deep research into who's buying a $100 Dutch oven when Le Creuset is $400 and Lodge is $30. That foundation supports ChatGPT, which builds the route, the actual words that speak to her frustration with Le Creuset pricing and her disappointment that IKEA pots chip on the second use. Claude takes that route and optimizes the drive, turning copy into code that renders flawlessly whether she opens it on her phone at the farmer's market or her laptop on a slow Saturday afternoon. And Klaviyo delivers the packed car to her driveway at the exact moment she's thinking about her first real kitchen. Skip the trunk and the whole trip falls apart. But when you pack in order, each tool amplifies the next. You're about to see the difference in real time. Step 1. Research. And this is where most people sabotage themselves before they type a single word of copy. They skip this step. Then they wonder why nothing lands. Those two failures are connected. I'm feeding Perplexity a very specific prompt, not tell me about Great Jones. That returns a product page summary. I'm going deep. Direct to consumer model. What makes someone trust a $100 colorful Dutch oven when Le Creuset has 100 years of brand equity? Why a buyer picks Great Jones over Le Creuset or Staub or Our Place or Caraway every single time? How Le Creuset quality at half the price is the line that rewrites the entire purchase decision in this category. And most importantly, build me a complete persona, not people who cook. The Great Jones customer. And watch what's coming back. She's 28 to 38, Brooklyn Williamsburg or Austin East Side or Los Angeles Silver Lake or Chicago West Loop. Cookbook PR director, food stylist or content creator. Household income $90,000 to $150,000. Engaged or newly married. Just moved into her first real kitchen and the insight that changes everything. She doesn't see herself as a cookware shopper. She sees herself as someone whose kitchen should match how she already cooks. One sentence and it rewrites the entire email. Pain points, buying triggers, objections, brand voice, the frustration that Le Creuset is $400 per color and she wants 3 colors. The disappointment that IKEA pots chip on the second use. The embarrassment that her grandmother's all-clad is great but never pretty enough to leave on the stove. The suspicion that every cookware brand looks the same on Instagram. You can see all of this on screen. Every single piece feeds directly into what comes next. Which brings us to ChatGPT. Everything Perplexity built, the persona, the first real kitchen identity, the objections about color fade and induction compatibility goes straight in. And I'm not asking for generic copy. I'm telling ChatGPT exactly who this email is for, what she's afraid of, and what she needs to hear to finally hit add to cart. And look at what comes out. A subject line that doesn't beg. It names the comparison head on. A preview line that leads with the color because the color is the story. A body that opens with the one thing she has never actually been told by a cookware brand. That a Dutch oven that makes you smile should not require a mortgage. Then 3 products. Not a catalog, not a sale. Just the 3 things that prove the promise. The Big Deal at 100. The Saucy at 120. The Small Fry at 90. Each in blueberry or broccoli or marigold. Each named, each on the stove. One call to action, one direction, one story. Now Claude takes everything ChatGPT wrote and turns it into production code. Not a template she's seen before. A custom-built HTML email, table-based layout, inline styles, MSO conditionals for Outlook, responsive at 600 pixels, base 64 embedded product images, dark mode prevention, Klaviyo merge tags wired in. The kind of build a $15,000 agency charges 3 weeks for. Watch the code stream down the right side of the screen. Watch the build log on the left. Deep kitchen navy, warm cream, marigold. Colors pulled straight from a Brooklyn kitchen on a Saturday morning. A word mark that whispers instead of shouts. Hero type in a warm serif that feels like handwritten recipe cards. A product grid that shows the pot and the steam together. Every single element chosen because the persona told me exactly what she responds to. Not what converts in some general dataset, what converts for her. A table-based layout that holds together in Outlook's word engine. Inline styles that survive Gmail stripping every single one of them on the way in. responsive breakpoints that stack cleanly on her phone while she's at the farmer's market deciding whether to finally upgrade. Cross-client verified. Gmail, Outlook, Apple Mail, Yahoo. One prompt, one pass. Built in under 60 seconds. Now the email deploys through Klaviyo. 4 clicks. Upload HTML, set the audience, schedule the send. Done. A template that renders identically across every major email client on the planet. No last-minute layout surprise. No mystery rendering in Outlook. No images that fail to load on dark mode at 9 in the evening. And here's the final product. The email she opens on a Sunday morning with coffee already brewed. Hero headline, 3 stats that prove the claim, 3 product photos that prove the craft, a welcome offer tucked in after the products, because by the time she reaches that line, she has already pictured her Sunday sauce in the big deal, her Wednesday omelette in the small fry, her Saturday night braise in the saucy. One button, one action. She either clicks or she doesn't, and the entire email was engineered to make her click. The offer doesn't show up first, it shows up after the products, because every welcome email that leads with a discount teaches the customer that the brand only matters when it's cheap. Great Jones isn't cheap. She knows that she's willing to pay for enameled cast iron and a color named blueberry. The offer is the nudge, not the reason. And if you're not in cookware, once you see how this works for one niche, you'll know exactly how to adapt it to yours. I'll see you in the next one.